Reconstruction was a time of hope for African Americans in West Baton Rouge Parish, as in many other areas around the nation. During this time, formerly enslaved people were free to run for public office, vote, and attend school. Education was now a right for all Americans, and most former slaves believed it essential for a better life.
Before the Civil War, education for African Americans was forbidden by law, although privately some people were being educated in hiding. During the Reconstruction period, the children of freedmen were allowed to participate in the educational system, learning geography, reading, writing, arithmetic.
So Reconstruction is a period of great optimism where African Americans felt for the first time that someone had recognized that they were better than just being captives. This is the period now where they'll begin to realize the experience of being citizens as opposed to being pieces of property, which is what they had formerly been through that Reconstruction period.
After the Civil War, there were approximately 4 million formerly enslaved people in the U.S. They had no jobs, housing, money, schools, or stability. The Freedmen's Bureau was one of the few organizations established by the federal government to help transition this formerly enslaved population into freedom.
The Freedmen's Bureau helped with labor arrangements. It provided legal counsel. It provided relief after these awful floods of the Mississippi River, and providing clothing, shoes, food for all the people who were suffering. It helped support the schools and open schools in various areas in the South. But one drawback was the location and the number of schools. In West Baton Rouge Parish, the Bureau was able to establish only one school at Brusly, which is in the extreme southern part of the parish. And with only one Bureau school in West Baton Rouge, we have to assume that its student body was confined only to children in that area, or maybe children who could board with families in that area.
The Freedmen's Bureau closed in 1869. But by that time, Reconstruction had set the stage for African Americans to become an integral part of both local and state government. Prominent individuals in West Baton Rouge Parish, like Titi Alain and Théophile Maillet, were successful in getting laws changed, and Alain even opened his own school.
Théophile Terence Alain, known since childhood by the nickname of Souloup for the famous African military and political leader, was born the son of an enslaved woman, though Théophile was legally enslaved because his mother was an enslaved person. He was treated by his father as a free person. His father had him educated by Professor Abadi in New Orleans, and later at a private school in New Brunswick, New Jersey. In the Reconstruction period, he represented West Baton Rouge Parish in the Louisiana House of Representatives, and then in the Senate, and then the House of Representatives again. And when the West Baton Rouge Parish School Board was created, during that time, he served as first president and went over and above his duties in establishing a school of his own for the children of the laborers in his neighborhood.
So it was a period of great optimism, but it was short-lived, largely because the Reconstruction era that was forced by the federal government came to a sudden end thanks to the influence of Southern politicians who wanted to ensure that that system of caste that they had so effectively engineered would never die. It was never the intention of the South that this would stop. They liked the idea of having a free labor base, and they liked the idea of having a caste system, and they didn't want to see an end to it. And so it was a struggle between the will of the federal government to end it and the will of the South to ensure that it did not die.